Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to another Division video. And today I just wanted to kind of talk about where the Division community is going and how good the Division is actually doing right now. But I want to start off with just how amazing the game has become over the past year it's been out and what it has come from. So as we all know, 1.3 was the worst update that has ever happened to the Division, but 1.4 came out, everybody was excited, and the game got better. And if you look at the charts on Steam and on the Division community, you can just see how many players have actually come back to play the game just because of 1.4. And 1.5 has already come out for PC and Xbox, and it will be coming out for PS4 in a couple of days. But the Division has brought so many people back just by having 1.4 and 1.5 come out. At one point, when 1.3 was out, the Division was not a very good game. It had lost so many players. There were a lot of glitches, and there were just so many problems with the game. And then 1.4 came out, and most of that got fixed. Well, we have 1.5 and Survival coming out, and the charts of just how many people have come back doubled. Like, there's just so many people coming back to play this game because of 1.5 and Survival. And I think 1.5 and Survival is going to be probably the best thing that could have happened to the Division. I think if 1.4 stayed out longer and stayed the same way it was, and it is now, then I think the Division would continue to die out and lose most of its players. But Survival is just such a great content that's coming out, and I really think that the Division is gonna improve. And also, I do want to say one thing: the delay for PS4, how why we're not getting 1.5 yet, is not because of Massive or Ubisoft. Do not blame them. They would already have it out, but it was actually Sony themselves who had delayed the content to come out. And what has happened is their policy. I was reading and I was watching a video from Like Butter, and he explained it all. You can go check his channel out. I'll leave it in the description. But I was watching. I was really upset because I was blaming it all on Ubisoft and all on Massive, but I did figure out that it was not them, it was actually Sony, because their policy makes a delay for the console. So, like, just the same way with the Call of Duty. PS4 gets the new map packs first, and Xbox gets them next. It's just a delay. For some reason, their policy does not allow both of them to come out at the exact same time, but they're working on it, and they're doing their best to proceed to check the content out for PS4. But I did hear that it should be coming out this week. It is currently Thursday, Thanksgiving. By the way, have a good Thanksgiving to all of you. But also, I just wanted to say that Ubisoft and Massive and Sony are all working together, and they're trying to make it come out this weekend for PS4, if not next week. But other than that, I want to get into also what content is coming to 1.5 and just what the kind of things that we might be seeing that we have not already checked out. And to start off, I wanted to talk about the new weapons and the new gear that's all coming out. I don't know for sure all the new gear, but I do know the guns that are coming out. They're coming with a new sniper, new LMG, SMG, assault rifle, pistols. And I wanted to tell you guys who are playing PS4 who do not know about that. But the gear that's coming out, it's all high end, or most of it's high end. And there's only certain spawn locations for that gear. Like, you can't get them out of the dark zone, I'm pretty sure. You can get them from sealed caches, but it's very, very rare. Your best bet with getting one of these gears is to do the daily missions and to just run missions outside of the dark zone. But 1.5 is mainly going to be an update where a lot of time spent grinding is going to happen. What's really going to happen here is the gear, they've made it hard enough so no one will automatically just be overpowered compared to everybody. They're making it to where you actually have to grind out for this, and it's extremely rare. But like, I do know there's a mask that's coming out. If I could find the name real fast, hang on. There's a mask that's coming out where you can shoot and run when you're on fire. That only comes from a certain mission. Please tell me in the comments what that mask is called. And but there's a certain mission in the game where you have to run it over and over and over again until you finally get that mask. It's going to be very, very useful for PvP in the dark zone with the way that flame turrets are now. There's a backpack that only comes from a certain mission, but the high-end gear that's coming out have special talents, and they're basically going to make, I think, PvP in this game a whole lot funner. Or more fun, sorry. And I think it's really gonna open up the way that the game is stayed in right now. But other than that, let's move on to the kind of content that we're getting. Obviously, we all know that we're getting survival, and I really think that survival is gonna be a big time thing for this game. I think it's really gonna be what this game should have started off with, in my perspective. I think if the game, my opinion when this game first came out was that it was literally going to be survival. What survival is going to be like, where you gear up, you try to survive, and you kill other people. I thought that was the whole point of the game, but figured out that it was like it is now. But I really do think that survival is going to make this game not only more popular, but more, let's just say it's going to help the game out a lot, and it's really going to bring people back. But survival is an option where you can either PvE or PvP. PvE, you can find players, but you cannot kill them. And you can play this if you want. I am not going to be playing PvE. I will be playing PvP survival. I just think that PvP survival would make the game a whole lot harder and more intense and a lot more fun, and to me. But that's about it with survival. Also, I have heard that there have been no bugs, no frame drops or anything like that in survival, even for Xbox, surprisingly. Since the way that the past few updates have been. But I've heard really, really good reports about survival, and I'm super, super excited. Also, one thing that I did hear about is that NPCs are about to get extremely, extremely smart, apparently. They're making the NPCs act more like players, so that it makes the game a little bit more challenging. I guess if you did want to play PvE survival, it would be a lot more challenging now. But I still think that PvP would be a whole lot better. So yeah, NPCs getting smarter. They're gonna stay the exact same. Other than that, they're gonna be the exact same. They're gonna do the exact same damage. They're gonna be the same. They're gonna have the same amount of health, but that's mainly it for 1.5, and my opinion is I think 1.5 is gonna just be absolutely amazing. I think it's gonna be the best thing that ever happened to The Division, and I'm super, super excited. Also, I do want to talk about guns, and guns that are getting buffs and nerfs. to start off with, I'm going to start off with the nerfs and the main thing that we've all been waiting for, shotguns. They're getting a 13% damage nerf. Oh my gosh, this is amazing, because PvP in the Dark Zone for console players, for like PS4 especially, we have so many people that just use shotguns. It's not even funny, and you can hardly go anywhere without getting killed by a shotgunner. I'm super glad this is happening, because PvP is actually going to be more viable now. Also, I did hear about buffs, so let's move on to buffs. The MP7 and the PTS, they had a 13% buff, I believe. And then they gave it another, what was it? I think it was like they nerfed it a little bit because it was a little too OP. They gave it about like a 3 or 5% nerf, something like that. And then the Vector 45 ACP, I'm pretty sure it was getting another like 9% buff or something like that. They're gonna try to make the Vector good again and make it a more viable gun, because in 1.4 it is not a very good gun, even with the buff that it got. That's about that's about it for 1.5 and my opinion. If you enjoyed that video, please leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below if you want to see more daily content like this. And that's about it, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.